Hello, and welcome to the GameDev Quickie. In this episode, we are going to make a timer. Let's get right to it. We are going to be using this Global's Helper class. It allows easier access to the content, sprite batch and elapsed game time. The Input Manager checks if any mouse button was clicked. And the Game Manager class, that will bind everything else together. We will use this texture as a timer background. And this sprite font description to write text on the screen. Okay, let's start coding. The only new class we need this episode is the timer itself. It has a background texture and its position, a sprite font and a text with a position, then a timer length and a time left, a bool value called active to stop the timer, and a property repeat to reset the timer automatically. The constructor is very straightforward. Let's prepare a method format text. We will use it to format the time left to a more readable form. Then a pair of easy methods to control the timer. One to start or stop, and one to reset. The update method will reduce the time left when active, and format the text output. If there is no time left and the timer is set to repeat, it resets and runs again. It just stops otherwise. The draw method paints the background, and then the formatted text on top. Let's see what we have so far. We make an instance using the Game Manager. Don't forget to start the timer. We also set the repeat to true. Add the update and draw calls. And here we go. The timer is counting down as expected. The repeat function is also working. Good. Let's add the controls. Back inside the update method, we use the Input Manager to check the mouse clicks. Left click starts or stops the timer. Right click resets it. Let's test it. Both buttons are working perfectly. We can move on to the most important part. We want something to happen when the timer runs out. We return to the timer class, and add an event. This event will be invoked in the update. It doesn't need any special arguments. Let's test everything by adding a counter to the Game Manager. It will count how many times the timer finished. We add a simple method to increase the counter, and bind it to the timer's event. Draw the current count on the screen and we are ready. Let's reduce the timer's length and see how it goes. Perfect. Everything is working. That's it for this episode. You can find the code in the description. And if there are any topics you would like to see next, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.